Thank you for joining us for this look at some of the best stories from KPBS News this week. I'm John Carroll. Coming up, Mexico's high-stakes election. Learn more about the candidates for president. Trolley service in East County might see an improvement. See the early plans for what's being called the Copper Line. And the Museum of Making Music. See some of the renovations to this interactive North County attraction. The week started with the dismantling of the Gaza Solidarity Camp at UC San Diego. It stood for nearly a week before law enforcement carried out an early morning raid, and that set off a series of protests from campus to downtown. MG Perez shows us how things escalated.
The abrupt early morning wake-up call came quickly. A team of UC San Diego police, CHP officers, and San Diego County Sheriff's deputies came in riot gear, ready to clear the encampment that had been built in the shadow of the Geisel Library. As the tents came down, police arrested 64 protesters, 40 of them UCSD students, the others unaffiliated with the university. That led to this.
Put it away! Shame on you! Put it away! Shame on you!
Some faculty, along with hundreds of students and community supporters, marched across the campus, angry about the camp teardown and arrests, and they pushed back.
Put away the gun! Put away the gun!
The group forced some of the law enforcement officers into the structural and materials engineering building.
Ain't no power like the power of the people to the power of the people!
They continued their chanting and marching over to the Price Center, considered to be the heart of the university, with a food court, student lounge, and meeting spaces. Protesters used patio furniture and barricades to block the doors and force police back inside the building. All of this happened as the former encampment was completely cleared, leaving no sign of what was once there. Since last Wednesday, this library walk has been the epicenter of the students' protest. On Sunday, it reached a climax when counter-demonstrators showed up. Supporters of Israel face-to-face with supporters of Palestine, together only to declare how far apart they are. The Gaza Solidarity Encampment was established by its organizers as a place to occupy, while demanding the university's administration divest from all of its Israeli financial interests. The Jewish community that came here had their interests in Israeli hostages, still being held by Hamas in Gaza.
Let them return the citizens, the innocent civilians, babies that they kidnap, and then we can talk about common ground.
From campus, the student march marched on to the downtown jail, where those arrested were taken. School administration decided to make all classes remote today, in hopes of maintaining safety and bringing back calm to the campus. MG Perez, KPBS News.
Local flood victims say the city knew about issues with the stormwater drainage system ahead of the January storm. KPBS reporter Katie Anastas spoke to one Southcrest resident who is adding their name to a lawsuit.
More than 200 people whose homes flooded in January are named in the lawsuit. They say the city knew the stormwater drainage system was too clogged to work properly and failed to clear it.
So what we know is that the clogging of Cholas Creek has been a known problem for years, and that the city's own documentation and reports show that they knew that something had to be done about it, and we know for a fact that the city did nothing about it.
Greg Montoya is one of the flood victims involved in the lawsuit. Dirt paths and a berm separate his backyard from a concrete channel.
It was so much debris and so much trash. It's just mattresses, shopping carts, you name it, you would have found it in there.
Repair work is still underway at his Southcrest home. The garage where he restores antique furniture also flooded. Montoya and the other flood victims named in the suit are asking for $100 million in damages from the city. Montoya and other residents sued the city in 2019 over the same problem. He says the city settled for $209,000. A spokesperson from the city attorney's office says they have no comment on the pending litigation. San Diego County extended its hotel voucher program for flood victims until June 21st. More than 1,900 people, including Montoya, are still in the program as of this week. Katie Anastas, KPBS News.
Next month, Mexico's voters will elect a new president. KPBS border reporter Gustavo Solis explains why the election matters to both Mexico and San Diego's cross-border region.
No matter what, the 2024 Mexican election will be historic. That's because both of the candidates, Claudia Sheinbaum and Xochitl Gálvez, are women.
I cannot stress this enough because whatever happens, we're going to have a woman in the Mexican presidency.
Rafael Fernández de Castro is director of the Center for U.S.-Mexico Studies at UC San Diego.
That is going to be the first woman governing in North America. Not Canada, not the U.S., but Mexico first.
Experts KPBS spoke to say that Sheinbaum and Gálvez come from different backgrounds and have competing ideas for solving Mexico's biggest problems. Sheinbaum was mayor of Mexico City from 2018 to 2023 and represents the popular Morena Party, which was founded by current Mexico President Andrés Manuel López Obrador. Flavio Oliveri is director of the Center of Excellence in Competitiveness and Entrepreneurship at CETIS University in Tijuana. He says that a Sheinbaum presidency would in many ways be a continuation of what López Obrador started.
She's very close to the current administration, so very, very close to the current administration. And the main message is the continuity of what has been started.
And that could both help and hurt Sheinbaum. On the one hand, López Obrador has a 61% approval rating. Sheinbaum wants to expand some of the welfare and retirement programs that have made the current president so popular. But López Obrador also has his critics, especially in the country's business community. Saúl Sandoval is a professor of economics at CETIS.
Her slogan is continuity in terms of López Obrador's policies. Okay? And at some point, some voters have questioned themselves about if the performance is not that good, how come are you selling yourself that you want to continue with this type of policies?
According to Sandoval, one of the major critiques of López Obrador is his preference of big government over the free market.
Following Andrés Manuel López Obrador's policies, she wants to concentrate power in the executive government. Okay? If that continues, that may send a message to national and international investors that Mexico, perhaps to some extent, wouldn't be as safe to invest in.
And it's on this issue that Gálvez can draw a clear distinction with her opponent. She credits the free market to her success in life and believes that it is part of a key for a prosperous future in Mexico. Gálvez was a businesswoman and entrepreneur before becoming a politician. She represents a coalition of 3 different political parties that have joined forces to defeat the Morena Party.
The story that she tells for the audience is that she was very poor when she was little, and then she began selling stuff in the streets. And then she was able to go to Mexico City and study this engineering career.
Whereas López Obrador believes in centralizing power in the federal government, Gálvez prefers to remove bureaucratic obstacles preventing Mexicans from gaining economic mobility.
With Xochitl Gálvez, she is more focused on entrepreneurship, on supporting small and medium enterprises. And that's expected because she comes from a business environment.
Despite their differences, Oliveri believes that Gálvez and Sheinbaum have much in common, particularly with their views of the U.S.-Mexico relationship.
I think both candidates have very clear understanding that the economic well-being of this region is strictly tied to the cross-border economy, right? So our relationship with the U.S. is fundamental.
Both candidates have expressed interest in reducing long border wait times and investing in more infrastructure along the border.
Both recognize the strategic importance of the relationship. You know, we're more than neighbors, we're partners.
Mexico's president serves one 6-year term. The election will be held on June 2nd. Gustavo Solis, KPBS News.
KPBS is hosting a virtual conversation this month about the election in both English and Spanish. We would like to hear from you. What topics do you want covered in this conversation? Submit your questions or comments at kpbs.org/MexicoElection or call the number there on your screen, 619-630-8516. Nearly 9,000 DACA recipients are estimated to be living in San Diego County. Starting November 1st, they can apply for health coverage under the Affordable Care Act. KPBS health reporter Heidi DeMarco tells us that some advocates question how many will actually enroll.
Nettie Velasquez was brought to the United States from Mexico by her parents when she was 7 years old. She was raised in Escondido and says she's proud of her San Diego roots.
You know, I'm a San Diegan, West Coast represent all the way.
A childhood spleen surgery weakened her immune system. That fueled her fear of being uninsured most of her life, especially during the pandemic.
Yeah, it was a really scary time because I didn't have access to healthcare, and I thought if I get COVID, I can't pay for emergency visits to the ER. Like, I can't.
Velasquez is a DACA recipient and has been advocating for immigrant health care expansion for years. She says a new rule announced by the White House on Friday expanding the Affordable Care Act to include DACA recipients is long overdue.
I know that a lot of people are going to feel so much relief.
Many DACA recipients, like Velasquez, get health insurance through their jobs. A recent survey by the National Immigration Law Center says 27% report being uninsured. Critics call the Biden rule an unfair cost burden and a possible strategic move to boost the president's support, particularly among Hispanic voters, whose approval has declined since he took office. San Diego Congressman Juan Vargas disagrees.
It makes no sense to have an unhealthy population that's uninsured. You want a healthy population that's all insured. The bigger the group, the better. Especially young people like this. I mean, it actually brings down the cost for everybody.
Despite viewing the rule as progress, Tom Wong of the U.S. Immigration Policy Center at the University of California, San Diego says the next step is education.
Approximately 1/4 of DACA recipients are not covered by any kind of health insurance. Over half of uninsured DACA recipients believe they are not eligible for health insurance because of their immigration status. These DACA recipients can now gain coverage. However, the heavy lifting now centers on communicating eligibility to DACA recipients amidst continued legal uncertainty surrounding DACA.
Although an estimated 100,000 uninsured DACA recipients are expected to enroll, Velasquez is among advocates who think they may hesitate to apply out of fear.
We're worried that would impact the potential for us to be able to apply for citizenship when that time comes. Is like, you try not to get any sort of help because that might reflect negatively on your application.
Heidi DeMarco, KPBS News.
Subscribe to newsletters from KPBS and you can get a list of our most popular stories. Here's what has the attention of our audience this week. At the edge of Imperial County, the Quechan tribe works to restore a parched river. Faculty call for UC San Diego's chancellor to resign after breaking up a protest encampment. And the Fat Leonard conspiracy case fizzles more than a decade after the contractor's arrest. The Metropolitan Transit System is proposing a new trolley line serving East County. KPBS Metro reporter Andrew Bowen tells us about the Copper Line and how it would improve the trolley system's reliability.
Now, before you get too excited, MTS is not planning on laying down new trolley tracks. Instead, they're hoping to reconfigure the service on the existing tracks to create a system that hopefully works a little bit better for everyone. And it all has to do with this spot right here. We are at the Gillespie Field trolley station between Santee and El Cajon. And you can see down the line here, this is where the two tracks merge into a single track. That creates a pinch point that can cause delays on the entire orange and green lines. So if you're waiting extra long for a trolley at Snapdragon Stadium or Petco Park, there's a good chance that delay started right here. MTS's proposed fix is to end the orange and green line trolleys at the El Cajon Transit Center. From there, the new Copper Line would take passengers back and forth between El Cajon and Santee.
I ride the trolley probably 2-3 times a week. Maxwell Gergen lives downtown and works in El Cajon. He loves the trolley, but says it can be unreliable. He's even gotten stranded late at night because of delays and cancellations.
Like, these are things that would prevent people from using the trolley or the buses ever again.
Gergen likes the idea of the copper line. He acknowledges some passengers would be inconvenienced by having to transfer, but he says everyone will share in the benefits.
You aren't going to be having cascading delays caused by the orange line or the green line. And also, you're going to be having faster, more efficient service that's more reliable, that you won't feel will strand you.
MTS is planning on sending staff to the trolley stations in El Cajon and Santee to ask passengers for input on the proposed copper line. They'll also be taking comments on their website, sdmts.com, ahead of a final vote at the Board of Directors scheduled for June 20th. Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.
Music sees no age, race, or background, and the Museum of Making Music in Carlsbad opens its doors to anyone interested in the tools behind the tunes. KPBS North County reporter Tanya Thorne says the museum's latest renovation gives visitors a more hands-on experience.
It's hard to keep your hands and your feet off the instruments in the new interactive areas at the Museum of Making Music in Carlsbad. But that's the point, to bring out everyone's inner musician.
You'll find some what we might think of as traditional instruments, guitar and piano and drums, but then you also have the new electronic instruments, DJ turntables. We have an electric theremin. We've got a new lighting console that you can try out with mixing music. You don't really have the type of experiences you would normally have if you were just picking up a guitar. There's something beyond just playing a traditional instrument here.
BJ Morgan is the marketing manager for the museum. He says musical innovations are shaping the way music is made, and they have to follow the tunes.
We do like to recognize the newest innovations. This museum is all about innovations, things that help change instruments and what made them the way they are. And over time, you could recognize that, yeah, you had a record player maybe back in the 20s and 30s, but what does that look like now?
But rather than adding a new exhibit, the museum created 2 new interactive spaces for everyone to try.
We realized we've got a lot more opportunity here, and so that was kind of the catalyst for this new remodel, to add even more interactivity and more advantages and a little bit more spaces where we can tell some deeper stories.
I don't really play an instrument, but I've always wanted to perform on a stage or do something with an instrument or my voice, and I love this museum.
That was 4th grader Eloise Hoffine. We joined her class during a field trip to the museum.
The drum circle was really cool because it's everyone beating in it's like synchronized swimming, except it was drums.
She got to control the beat of the drums for her class before exploring the rest of the museum.
We started by watching a really cool informational video about how music gets to your ears, and then we learned about different types of instruments, which was really fun. Then we were playing really cool instruments in this room, and I liked the accordion the best.
Hoffine still has some time to discover new instruments. But for sophomores Amaya Fox-Williams and Gina Buono, the field trip to the museum is a trip of rediscovery.
Yeah, I like the harp because I wanted to play the harp when I was younger. I guess I got my hopes up a little bit. It's not as fun as I thought it was gonna be, but I definitely want to get back into playing the drums again.
I like playing guitar. I kind of wanted to play piano. Well, it gives me a more open mind about what other instruments I could play, or what I could do if I wanted to be in the music industry.
BJ Morgan with the museum says music has evolved from our grandparents' age, but it's still cross-generational, and here age doesn't matter.
Every generation has something they do gravitate towards, but even in those generations, you still have a whole variety. And so our goal is to make sure we're trying to offer as much as we can, no matter what your interests are.
Through donations and grants, the Museum of Making Music is able to offer subsidized school field trips in hopes of inspiring the next line of musicians.
This is where you can come and find your place in making music. A lot of folks don't think that they have the ability to make music, but we really want to break down those barriers and make it more accessible to everyone and learn where these instruments came from or learn where, the possibilities exist.
And Morgan says the possibilities never end, adding they offer adult music programs.
So we have both a concert band and we have an orchestra program for adults that are interested in learning, maybe relearning, maybe reigniting their passion for music.
The museum is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday, with different concerts and classes throughout the year. Tanya Thorne, KPBS News.
This weekend brings Mother's Day on both sides of the border, today in Mexico and Sunday in the U.S. Melissa May tells us how a San Isidro nonprofit is showing its appreciation for mothers in the community.
At Our Lady of Mount Carmel in San Isidro, hundreds of community members gather for the monthly Hearts and Hands Working Together food distribution.
In these times of need, people appreciate a lot the fruit and vegetables because it's very expensive right now if you go and buy in the store.
The San Diego Hunger Coalition says 48% of San Isidro residents experience nutrition insecurity, compared to the county average of about 25%. Alicia Jimenez is the founder and president of Hearts and Hands Working Together.
We give with our hearts and with our hands, and that's why always is something different, and our volunteers is thinking what to give and what to provide for our clients.
And at this distribution, they're giving something special to the mothers.
Muchas gracias.
Thanks to volunteer Consuelo Delgadillo.
I want to do something for the people who come to the food distribution. And I made this little present. I feel so grateful to see the people happy when they take just a little something.
Delgadillo handmade over 400 unique Mother's Day gifts, from picture frames, earrings, and flower bouquets, all marked with a special Mother's Day message.
I hope they get a very, very good Mother's Day, a very happy Mother's Day.
Patricia Garcia picked out a picture frame.
Yo me siento muy halagada, bendecida por ustedes y pues maravilloso. Muy agradecida a Dios y a ustedes.
Her 8-year-old daughter Camila was happy her mom received a gift.
Porque ella me dio la vida.
Thanks to 41 sets of volunteers' hands working together. About 400 people received fresh fruits and vegetables, and the moms got an early reminder that they are
bonita.
Melissa May, KPBS News.
The San Diego County Board of Education has made history, appointing its first woman as superintendent of schools. Gloria Saritza will lead the county system for more than 500,000 students. KPBS education reporter MG Perez has her story of perseverance and plans for the future.
Okay, follow me this way.
Okay. Dr. Gloria Saritza has an appreciation for artwork that speaks to her soul. Examples of it hang in her workspace at the San Diego County Office of Education.
Here is this beautiful young lady and really like holding the world in her hands.
Among family photos on her desk, there is a picture of this young girl, too. 5-year-old Gloria, enjoying Coronado Beach, a special place she shares with her mother even now.
Both my mother and my father are from Tijuana. I am the first generation born here in the U.S. I remember distinctly what that was like to help my mom study for her citizenship test and to watch her go through that process to become an American citizen. Congratulations, Dr. Saritza.
In a unanimous vote last night, the San Diego County Board of Education appointed Saritza superintendent, the first woman in the department's 76-year history to hold the job.
I recognize that half of our population are Latino, and to be Mexicana and be in this position. I feel very, very proud.
She has a 3-year contract starting July 1st with a base salary of just over $370,000 a year. The job includes approving school district budgets, calling their elections, and helping with emergencies.
Student guardian.
She has been the county's assistant superintendent of student services and programs, supporting schools in all 42 districts. She started as a substitute teacher in National City, later became a credentialed teacher, and advanced to vice principal in the Poway district. But it was her first week on the job with the county in March 2021 that provided the ultimate test. That's when hundreds of unaccompanied minors seeking asylum were moved from federal detention camps to the San Diego Convention Center in hopes of being reunited with their families.
When I stood in that space and I watched all those girls walk through the door, tired, hungry, afraid, unsure about what was going to happen, and they all look like me.
Now Sariza faces the challenge of school districts having to slash budgets and lay off teachers as federal COVID money runs out and enrollment drops. She will focus on growing the community school model, using state money to bring more outside companies and nonprofits on campus.
There's a school building in every single neighborhood, and so how can we sort of rally around those school buildings to make sure that the students and families there that are in those neighborhoods have access to all of the resources that are available to them?
It's an ambitious plan at a time when the country and education system are challenged like never before. So where is her hope?
Where do I find my hope? This goes back to the question about all the little girls. So where do I find the hope? It's in the kids.
And now many more kids will have a champion they can relate to and who looks like them. MG Perez, KPBS News.
You can find KPBS on YouTube, subscribe, and get notified for new content when it's posted. It's also where we live stream KPBS Evening Edition weeknights at 5. We hope you enjoyed this look at KPBS News this week. I'm John Carroll. Thank you for joining us.